Oh, this is a good topic. In this episode, you'll learn why your need to save people is actually selfish. Welcome to Energy Alignment for Entrepreneurs, the podcast helping entrepreneurs be free from anxiety, stress, and tension through balancing emotions and consciousness expansion. Here's 3 things that you'll discover today. Number 1, how helping can become a way to avoid your own problems. Number 2, why saving others keeps them weak and you exhausted. And number 3, what to do when you realize you're addicted to being needed. Let's cook. The helping of others becoming a way to avoid your own problems. Oh, baby, you see this. One prime example, the over-coddling mother, right? The mom. Huh? Shout out to my mom. The mom who wants to do everything for everyone. And how that extends into a avoidance of you and what you care for. Now, it's tricky because a mother specifically, but anyone who loves others, you're gonna care for people, you're gonna want to help. But the question really is, can you notice when you helping is not helpful? What I mean, in the grander scope, you could do everything for someone, but what is that creating? It's creating them getting used to everyone, or them getting used to everything they need done, assisted with. If you are raised in a way where you continuously and constantly are assisted by people, then you don't learn what you need to learn. Because in some form, you're going to start to see that humans need adversity. That if you help the kid over every hurdle, every roadblock he has, he doesn't start to get his abilities that allow for him to hurdle and get through roadblocks himself. So that's like number 1. You see, okay, maybe I want to help, but how about I just watch and support? See, this is where it's balanced. You can help by watching and supporting. That so frequently is the best way that you can actually help other people. And very commonly, what you think is helping others is actually hurting them in the bigger picture. Maybe you do something for someone consistently for a span of time. If it's new, if it's a surprise, unexpected, hey, be that shoulder for others. But you don't want to become a crutch. You don't want to help someone so much to a point where they're always leaning on you. Number 1, that exhausts you, quite literally. And number 2, they get imbalances in their body. I'm a good example. I'll be very honest with you. My right arm seems to be much smoother than my left arm. Now, I have done things to address that, but for example, they don't make left-armed leaf blowers. So if I'm blowing leaves with my right arm, that's a right arm thing. I don't want to go too deep into my personal, but another example would be if I write with my right arm. Yeah, cool. Me writing with my left arm looks like a 3-year-old. Those are more minor. You do your best. Yesterday I was wiping down the counter intentionally with my left hand. I should brush my teeth more with my left hand. I will, tonight, brush my teeth with my left hand. I think sometimes making this very practical is important. But on a deeper level, if you're always leaning to one side, a great metaphor would be how I am constantly rotating the plants in my windowsill. Why? Because the light is where the plant grows. And if you never rotate your plants, then the plant gets too skewed and it loses its ability to stay straight up. So I rotate the plant to guide it, where sure, it may be a little curvy and stuff, but since you counterbalance, you create that alignment. Sometimes you got to get kind of mathematician like with your spirituality. Understand, am I leaning too far to a certain way? For me, I've loved listening to Krishnamurti. But I got to a point where I just realized, hey, I got to take a break on Krishnamurti. After listening to everything I possibly could 3 or 4 times or 5 times over. And it's really good. Forgive me, but bear with me. I enjoy ranting sometimes. Younger me would never, ever, ever read a book twice. Once I read something, I'm like done with it. But now you'll find there's certain things in life that really get you. And you'll go back to it. Sometimes that's a form of addiction. That's not necessarily what I'm speaking of here. But I'm talking more rather on the things that really get you. Like Krishnamurti, I had to listen to him multiple times for thousands of hours. I just couldn't help myself. So hey, let's get practical. Why saving others keeps them weak and you exhausted? And that is, well, pretty much outlined this nicely, all right? But when you're always having them lean on you, then the leg, which they're not using because they're leaning on you, is not getting any volume. It's not getting any movement. And therefore, that leg gets weak because you're basically carrying a quarter or a third of their body weight, or even a half. And so you start changing how you save people. You can still save people, but you can do it in a brighter light, in a more intelligent way than giving away your energy when others don't even truly need it. It's one thing to serve others, and it's another thing to serve others with intelligence. When you are simply, if you take, for one good example, maybe a child who grows up with a wealthy family and the business just gets simply passed down to them. Now, there's two routes you could go here, right? There could be a spiritually advanced individual who is the father or mother, or both of them, who realize that giving and handing everything to the child isn't right. But then you also have option B, where silver spoon. Silver spoon, silver spoon. Pay for everything forever, and kind of that creates a shell. And it's so important for us to realize the deeper aspects of why people are in our lives, and to see that you would much rather raise a strong child who can then share the light which he has seen through his trials and tribulations than to raise a dark child who has never had to change, grow, and learn because all trials and tribulations were handled for him or her, or he was protected. It's tricky, and you're going to see this. I'm sure you can see it in many people, many families that you've met, where all in all, God has the plan, and you need to zoom out to not judge solely on one lifetime. Consider that people are spirits and souls, and that maybe they don't learn everything they need to learn this go around. I'm not saying that, yes, there's reincarnation, or no, there's reincarnation. I'm just saying, can you feel that life is greater than the identity which you currently are? Then you'll notice, like, hey, so I'm going to give this person the space I will support them, but I'm going to give them the space to fall on their face, to not feel judged. And if they need a hand, I'll pick them back up. But I'm not going to prevent you from falling on your face. And if you fall on your face, I'm not just going to pick you up fully. You have to start getting up yourself and I'll give you a hand. You have to fall on your face and learn to smile, and then we can laugh together at the fall, right? That's kind of the next level. It's not always easy to get there, but it's necessary. And that's the beauty. So, what to do when you realize you're addicted to being needed? This is a woo. I say that because many people don't realize that they have this addiction to being needed. And I just take a deep breath and a yawn, honestly, because this is the sort of topic that you may have to sleep over it, to look at, okay, I'm acting in this way because I value the validation that I'm receiving from helping. But is that the only way? You inquire, you question, you bring skepticism into your relationship to why you do what you do. You see, man, a lot of the things that I may be doing are just rooted in a fear or an insecurity. And you'll see how the identity, the thinker, the ego will justify and rationalize and package your insecurities to kind of cover them up. But that's the game too. You start to notice the intricate play between what you are. You are the identity, the sense of self, the one who we label I or me, and you're also this awareness of your fallacies. You're this awareness of, man, I'm trying to chase my own tail here. Or I'm trying to touch the point of my finger with the same finger. It just doesn't work. You can't do it. So it's that awareness that starts to perpetuate, and it cleanses your vision. You begin to perceive with a simpler clarity, a clearer transparency. And you can so plainly understand the deeper implications and cycles in the behavior that you previously just accepted or blindly went through the motions with. So to realize that you're addicted to being needed, it can feel heavy, but also freeing. This is usually how it feels. It's a simultaneous paradox, and this is why you need to be strong to carry your cross. So you share this awareness, you share what you've learned through your own tribulations, and you start to, other people realize these traps. One of the biggest traps is this topic of, hey, I'm doing these things for external validation. I'm not doing them because I actually love doing them. That's a tough pill to swallow. You just let go of that urge to be needed. You notice it, you see it in yourself. It's so familiar, it's consistent. You notice the mechanistic nature of your lower habitual movements. And piece by piece, string by string, layer by layer, that onion gets peeled. Thank you. A short one here. So here, we'll do a little shorter. Thank you so much for listening, for taking the time, the attention, and just being here with me. I'm grateful for you. I care for you. And you got this. You know what to do. Now, get the momentum going if you need it. If you're already rolling, just figure out what's the next simplest step. Make sure that you're organized. Make sure that your actions are connected to faith and that your faith is connected to action. Treat your body like a temple. Look at the ingredients on the food that you consume. Pay attention to the relationship between your inputs and your outputs. Think of thyself as thy neighbor. Notice any form of psychological violence. Question the identity, the self-importance that skewed the awareness to see in that manner. There may be a speck in your eye or some ink in your water. So look, clean it up, unravel, subtract. The truth is in subtraction, in simplification. Starts one action at a time. It starts one moment at a time. Share this with a friend if you resonate. That's my one favor. Share it with a friend, please. Family member, someone who vibrates on a similar frequency. New episodes are out Monday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are interested in the Greek god physique, it is a wonderful blueprint. Check that out down below at justinagliscus.com. Speak soon.